Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications. You know, I be fucking up. I be forgetting to change the old shit. Players fuck up. What's the motherfucking deal? Sauce Nation. I don't know, man. It's a bit of an odd day. I don't want to be too excited. You know, it's this strange things going on around town, if you will. And I don't know, man. It's got me in a weird mood. I don't know if to be super. I don't, you know. I mean, it's Friday. It's fucking Friday. You know, you want to be excited for that. For those of you who are new to this, not true to this, you know, this is Sauce Sports. Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas Homer network. So that means we're talking all sports, but only Houston. Tonight we're going to be talking a little bit of everything. But again, like I was saying, you know, it's just kind of a sad day around the city, man. A sad day around the nation. Very unfortunate events took place. Really don't want to get into that. I'm gonna save that conversation probably for the Kush din tonight. So we're gonna try to keep it upbeat, man. We're gonna try to keep it very sportsy, you know, sports, because that's what you're here for. You're here for the city. You're here for the sports. Some of y'all are here for the honcho. Some of y'all don't even like none of the sports we talking about. Y'all just be fucking with me. But yeah, man, just a very strange occurrence, and so I think it'll be a very interesting Kushtin that we'll have tonight. And I invite everybody to, you know, if you want to have a conversation, we'll have a civilized conversation. I invite you guys to be there. We'll do it probably 9 o'clock, 9:30, something like that tonight. But let's talk about. Let's try to find some positivity. Let's try to find some good stuff to talk about, man. Because that's not what we want to be on. That's not what we need to be on. Let's just get in it to win it. But you know how we start this thing off, man. We got to do the motherfucking roll call, man. You know, if you're not from the city, you know, please have to let me know your city, state, province, cul-de-sac, avenue, hood, set, gang, you know, latitude, longitude, however you identify, man, however you let people know where you're at or what you're about, you know, go ahead and do that for your boy so I can show you a little bit of love back. If you are from the city, man, make sure you shout out your side with pride, man, so I can just send a little bit of love to whatever side you're representing from, man. That is the very least I can do. So allow me to do that much. Again, so we're going to talk about, you know, the continued undermining of the Rockets and their lone win so far, but plenty more to come. You know, we just stay tuned. We just got to wait so long till Sunday. You know, they trying to give Steph Curry a chance to heal up and shit. You know, this was predetermined, even though I'm sure these schedules were made a long time ago. Yes, I'm creating all kind of unknown biases and false accusations, but it is what it is. So again, like I said, I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Hope y'all are having a wonderful evening. As always, man, you guys are the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the motherfucking world. Who we got in the house tonight? We got Wise, Mrs. Voodoo C, Tony, Texas, Heidi. We got J-Pac, what's the motherfucking deal? Rising Phoenix, what's the motherfucking deal? You know, Mr. Killer KB, what's the motherfucking deal? Mike's low a little bit. We need to up the mic action. Okay, let me see what's going on. I gotta figure out why it is so much lower. I guess I should start monitoring my own sound. I guess that type of stuff helps. That's odd. Okay, it's very odd actually. But let me know if that's a little bit better. Rising Phoenix, Mr. Killer KB, T Flores, what's the motherfucking deal? Heidi's here for the honcho. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Pray for Santa Fe, man. That shit there is crazy. About 20 miles. Yeah, I'm familiar with the area. King 88, what's the motherfucking deal? The word diversion means fun. That's definitely you need a diversion. Harris County representing already. Tom Ball, what's the motherfucking deal? Lakewood in the motherfucking deal. I need to. I haven't been the last couple of days, but I'm let's shoot for the start of next week. I started making another little sacrifice. So I'm oh yes, let's get the bank boiling. Let's get it open. I know y'all got the sauce to spin. Yeah, man, Tom Ball. Shout out to Tom Ball. Unique, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. Been a while. Unique Fashionista, always good to see you. Magnolia in the motherfucking house already. We got who else? Who am I missing? I'm overlooking anybody. Let me keep sliding. Let me keep Hector Rodriguez. What's the motherfucking deal? Make sure I ain't missing nobody. King Focal. What's the motherfucking deal? Victor Nayatome. Am I saying that right? Let me know if I'm saying that right or not. Spring in the house. You mad? El Lobo. What's the motherfucking deal, El Lobo? Man, always good to see you. Always glad when you can join us. And I am well. Yes, sir. I am well. Yeah, it's always good when Unique's in the sauce. She need to be in the den. It's been a while since she look. Heidi been trying to hold her down one deep. She been fighting a tough fight. You know, she needs some some support. I was gonna say something different, but I ain't gonna quite say it like that. But Heidi does hold it down for the ladies. As tough as she can till we get her to drink it. But let's talk about some shit, man. Let's get into it. Let's talk about a few things that are going on. You know, the media, of course, it's always the media. If it's not one thing, it's another. And there's plenty of stuff we're going to talk about the media involving when we get into the cushion. We're going to talk about a bunch of shit in the cushion. We're going to have a good cushion tonight. We ain't had a real good one in a while. So we're going to talk about a variety of things, man. Just shit that's going on, the shit that took place today. So like I said, again, if you just want to have a conversation, even if you don't partake in the 420, you just want to enjoy a good conversation, I implore you to check out the cushion. But with that being said, the Rockets are still, I don't know if you guys are listening to the conversation around the nation the same way I'm listening to the conversation around the nation. And if you are listening to the same conversation I'm hearing, you're hearing a lot of bullshit still. The Rockets handily whipped Golden State, as they should. As you know, you're the number one record, and you know the statistics to back it up and everything else that goes along with it, as they should. The media has been using a key word. And if you guys caught the key word in the title of this video, in the thumbnail, that word is desperation. The word desperation has been getting thrown around just all over the place. Like the Rockets are just lucky to be here. They're fortunate to even be in this situation. As if the Rockets didn't bust their motherfucking ass all year to secure the number one overall seed, to be in this position for the home court advantage. As if the Rockets didn't, like I say, come out and shut all that shit. Like they act like it was just a coincidence that all the Warriors played poorly. It's just a coincidence from a game where everybody played great and all the Rockets role players somehow played poorly. You know, but that's the norm in the media's eyes. That's how it's supposed to be. There's just James Harden and Chris Paul. The rest of the Rockets aren't worth a fuck. But just somehow those two guys alone wielded them to the best records in the league, whatever. And then, but you know, Golden State, they're a real team. They're a team, so they need all their players to be top notch for them to succeed. But it's okay, you know, when the Rockets don't, because that's what we expect from them. But again, desperate. That was a desperate team. Have you ever heard of a team, again, under these circumstances? Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Listen to the things that I'm about to tell you, okay? And tell me if you've ever heard them say these kind of things about a team ever in your life. This a team that had these type of numbers, you know, set their franchise record, has an MVP candidate who set career goals. Another guy who's also set some career goals is taking his career to the next level. But we're looking for things that we can actually put on paper. We're not going to just look at careers. Number one record in the league, okay, overall. I mean, like I say, historic stats as far as historic offense, the numbers that are put up, top 10 in both offensive and defensive production, in whatever it may be. You could say really top 7 in both, top 3 in one, and top 6 in the other. But if you just want to be technical, all around great. I mean, just demolished people. I mean, just all kind of things. Now, a number 2 team with similar statistics, you know, has won a championship before. That's understandable. But we're talking about right here, right now. This team has not looked, you know, throughout the year on par with the Rockets. They had the lead in the regular season. They had 4 or 5 games on the Rockets at one point in time. They couldn't maintain it. They couldn't sustain. I've never seen, again, though, it's really not about them because it's really all about the Rockets, so kind of fuck them. But I've never seen the disrespect given to a team that has been dominant. I mean, dominating any and every one all year long, including this team that they're facing in the playoffs. But because of some historical precedent that has nothing to do with the things that have taken place in this season, that does not correlate to any of the actions that have proceeded over the last few months, somehow, some way, just people's opinions and this bullshit in the past, this is the logic. Like there's no, the talking heads have decided to stop using facts. And now it's all opinion. Now it's all emotion. Y'all know ESPN made a lot of changes over there, and it got real strange. You know, it became less fact-oriented and more opinion-oriented. And it was always kind of bad, but you know what it is. But, you know, you gotta, let me go make sure I check y'all in the chat, because I know I'd be too much fuckery for one lady. You know, it's just... it's very unfortunate. It makes me upset, man, and I just don't understand, because you look across everywhere. Even the people who are rooting for us have used the word desperate. How are the Rockets desperate? It was one game. I've never heard a team called desperate down one game. It's a 7 fucking game series. This is not an elimination game. It's a bad situation game. But you're not desperate, at least until you're at least down 2 games at the least. And I would almost say, you know, you almost have to make. I mean, depending on how many games are left, you're down 2 games, or you're in an elimination game. That's desperation, because now you only have a shot, or the next shot you get is going to basically knock you out, put you in a position where you basically can't bounce back from. It's one fucking game, and these people go running around throwing the D word. This desperation. This team was desperate. That's what it was. That's why they were able to do. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? You said I've never seen the Stubbs get destroyed like that. Seriously, morale wasn't even there, but all the man. I agree. Again, with that you have these dub dick riders, these people who are just swearing up and down like these guys are infallible, when these are actually like the softest bunch of guys that have ever assembled a basketball team. Outside of Draymond, who knows who he can pick on, who he can get away with picking on. Because I've yet to really see. Now I know I've missed some time, and I've kind of been, you know, catching in between games, and you know when I had to listen to some of it. But I've yet to see Draymond really make eye contact with PJ Tucker. He's always trying to punk people. He's always trying to do that. Hey, Tucker went off last game. See, Draymond always tries to punk somebody who's going off or who's doing well. I don't think I saw any of that action, unless I missed it. You know, somebody let me know. But I've yet to see Draymond try to get up with Tucker, and they're basically in the same situation where we're running these small lineups, so I'm curious about how that works. Anyway, that's just my opinion. But again, you know, that's the softest group of guys. To even accept the nickname, the Hampton Five, that sounds like a bunch of the most dangerous prep kids you ever, and they're not even dangerous prep kids, they're like the prep kids who they drink a little alcohol, smoke a little, so they think they're gangsters or something. Like the Hampton Five is the lamest nickname I've ever heard. And you can't call it the death lineup anymore because it got killed by the Rockets. So that's my thing. You know, it is what it is. Happy birthday to Clint. Absolutely. Clint Capella, the acapella. You can do it with no music already. The Rockets defense, and that's what I'm saying. That's the thing that nobody's acknowledging. Everybody said, oh, the Rockets, you know, they made shots, and you know, the role players, they did this. No, the Rockets played defense. And that's all it was. The Rockets stepped it up a notch on defense. And when you put more energy into the defense, you know, you're going to usually have a better outcome on off if you have the players. If you just have some ass, if you have a bunch of fucking Ben Wallaces and shit, you know, you're going to have great defense, but you ain't going to score shit on offense. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying, that you have to have great defense. And great defense was what it was, because the offense, I mean, the Warriors were not able to score points, and that's what led them to win. When the Warriors couldn't get off shots, or they were taking bad shots, they weren't getting rebounds, you know, one and done, you know what I mean, possessions, and, you know, you take advantage of that. The Rockets, they started scoring earlier in the clock. They picked up the pace. They didn't wait until, you know, 2 or 3 seconds left and then try to This game was entirely dictated by the way the Rockets wanted to play. And people will sit here and still say, oh, you know, well, what was wrong with Steph Curry? He's getting fucking locked down. That's what the fuck it is. Ain't nothing wrong with Steph. He's getting his ass locked down, and that's what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody locked that ass down like that since fucking Aisha. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all see that shit? Something about Aisha trying to open up a restaurant in Houston? I swear for Lord. If I catch y'all, any of y'all claiming y'all and went to Aisha restaurant, y'all claiming Saw Sports, you banned. You're banned. You understand me? Ain't no love. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. So, but yeah, man. And so it kills me the fact that they keep pushing this idea of desperation, or is Curry injured, or all these other shenanigans. Because I want to talk about this. Curry wasn't noticeably limping. He just looked a little slower than usual. He just looked a little out of place, whatever, uncomfortable. But we had CP3 out there noticeably limping. He was noticeably hurt. He was gimping and hopping around, barely able to walk, getting treatment on the side. So my thing is, where's all the speculation and doubt about that? Well, why can't he do the same thing? He don't want it bad enough. He has the heart of a champion. He knows what it takes, right? CP3, he's never done it. He doesn't have the heart. He's never been there. These stupid motherfuckers, they love to talk out of their asses. And I don't know if it makes them feel good. I don't know if they enjoy hearing themselves talk. I don't know what it is. But that's why I always say all the cool folks are Tauruses. All the coolest birthdays are in September. The number one seed is desperate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, that's the crazy shit about it. Oh no, the number one seed lost a game to a team that has basically had the exact same run as them in the playoffs against lesser teams. But yet somehow we're desperate. Somehow the Rockets are in trouble. We had the same run against better teams in this playoffs as the Warriors. We have the exact same record in the playoffs. You're talking about like in all categories, like number one and number two. But yet there's this desperation. Like Golden State is just head and shoulders above everybody. Nobody wants to talk about how the death lineup got destroyed. Why? Because then this goes against everything that we said was going to happen, because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We don't want to say that. Warriors not in 6. Rockets in 6. You misspelled Rockets, Heidi. But let's see what y'all talking about in the chat, man. Like I say, because y'all are the freshest motherfucking ingredients, and it's all about y'all. So let's see what y'all got shaking in here. Say, let them tell it the reason the Rockets won because Golden State didn't care. Exactly. Don't worry, Honcho, the Warriors will lose. Okay, the Rockets are feeding off the doubt. And that's what I like. I like all the hate. I like all the naysayers. I like all the negativity, because I know that the Rockets are paying attention to that. And again, it makes me feel like that's going to keep them inspired, like they won't fall back into that comfort zone where, they were beating everybody and everybody was saying good stuff about them. They're feeling good. It's good to be the underdog. Like right now, Golden State is trying to embrace that role. Like, oh yeah, we're the underdog. We're not the juggernauts. We're not the, like trying to downplay the shit. But we already know what that fucking shit is. We already know. Nobody hates on the Rockets bubble. Oh man, you're not lying about fucking, what was the saying? Shit Dick Barkley? Yeah, Barkley be hating. Let me hide and go thyself. Bubble butt, translation, fat ass. Already. You celebrate the whole month of May. So what are you, 21 again? Unique? Okay, yes, happy belated. I would definitely apologize for that. So Unique is 21 again. And let's see what y'all talking about. Steph Curry looked like a little boy. Oh, man, that kills me with that mouthpiece shit, man. Yeah. Like I say, his knee might be bothering him, but the thing about that is, they were in a rush to bring him back, so that's something he has to own up to, because again, I see we saw what's his name, Urkel Arena, limping and gimping, and so I have no excuse for them. They have 3 other superstars that are there to be able to pick up that slack. Do you think we should shut down Clay and Steph at the Oracle? Yeah, absolutely. If we could do it in Houston, we can do it there. If we can beat them in Houston, we can beat them in the Urkel Arena. But yes, we definitely can. Tiny Toons Rev is deep cuss. Yeah. Jerry Brown is desperate not to be trolled by Abbott. Look here, the Hamptons 5 is like a gay. That's the perfect fucking name. It does sound like a gay strip club. The Hamptons 5 name, it came from, apparently KD has a house in the Hamptons, and after the Warriors, after going 73-9, having the best record ever in the NBA, coming down 3-1, losing the championship, they go and recruit this. They go to the Hamptons where KD is to go recruit him. And so now, since this was the 5 guys, those 4 guys all went together to go recruit him. Now they call themselves the Hamptons 5, which is lame as shit. See, Hampton 5 versus Detroit Bad Boys, it would be over with. KD be crying and bitching, and Steph be like, that's what I say. I hate when people say, "Oh, man, this Warriors team could play with any generation." No, they fucking could not. They could not bang in the 80s and 90s. Like, they would get beat up. They'd cry. Like, players from this generation do not translate well to other generations because motherfuckers back then used to bang. They used to get contact. I could see a couple of guys with their athleticism, but I mean, it's just the excuse me, the temperament and the personalities of these guys nowadays are so soft. They wouldn't be able to hang with that shit. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just like it is what it is. He say, "Hey, Pippen," that's why I see CD Bragg say he just pushes back and lay hands on his ass, slide back. Exactly. And if he's smart, he better get at it. But again, you know, it's people they want to make excuses for him. There was no excuses for him against New Orleans. He was hooping against New Orleans. So what's the difference between him balling in New Orleans and him not being able to ball against Houston? I see you, Wise. Having to find like a cartoon pig musical. That's fucking funny. The critic voice. I don't even know what the critic voice is. Curry might be in some folks shit to happen. Exactly, man. Like I said, y'all got a whole bunch of the naysayer voice. What are all these? I don't know. I have all these voices. I'm gonna have to start paying attention. You know, he chose the place of exactly. Because the thing is, you could have sat out the New Orleans series if he was really concerned about this. What it was is this: he wanted to be a part of what they think they're going to do is beat down Houston and embarrass us. So he was trying to get his rhythm back in that New Orleans series, even though he wasn't ready. You know, people said, "Oh, he's coming back early, and you know he's doing this and doing that," but he wasn't ready. So he came back early against New Orleans, and what that ended up doing is he's probably not 100%. But again, he had the option to sit out. Y'all could have beat fucking New Orleans without him. So, I mean, I'm not tripping on that. So, the one extra thing we have is ammo on the bench. We can foul the shit out of people, send them to the goal line. Yeah, that's the thing. We just, as long as our role players, like, here's what people don't realize. All our guys have to do is, like, PJ doesn't have to play outstanding. All our team has to do is play average. We had, I think, 5 or 6 guys in double figures this game. That's average for the Rockets. The Rockets had 6, almost 7 guys average double figures the entire season. So that's what people aren't realizing. Oh, the Rockets, they're role players. They're playing amazing. And I'm just telling you, they're fucking not, man. I appreciate the love, Miss Voodoo C. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and they're talking crazy. They're talking super crazy about the shit cut off on me. Talking super crazy about, you know, the shenanigans and the things that they say about the Rockets. It's like you can tell who's never, ever paid any attention. Bitch, I'm hot and I don't miss nothing. I ain't even no more music. I need to make that music longer so I can dance to it longer. But, so again, like I say, man, it's just, it kills me, dog. It's like you can tell these people are supposed to be experts. They're supposed to be so knowledgeable, but you can tell these guys have never watched a Rockets game in their life, and it's because it's not part of their job description. They're like, "Hey, don't even worry about the Rockets. We'll just tell you some bullshit about them, and it'll be all good." Let's see. What's the damn deal, Beast Mode engaged? PJ is the man, yes sir. Naysayer voice. Oh, the Rocks are desperate like the national media. Okay. I like the naysayer voice. The naysayer voice go hard. He always look dirty. Damn. That's Shrek. That's the old Shrek donkey. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the thing is, PJ gets down and dirty on defense because PJ's a dog. That's what he loves to do. He ain't even tripping on the points. He'll hit that corner. He'll eat you up. You know what I'm saying? People act like I said, "Oh, he hit 20-something points. He's only hit 20 a couple of times before." Okay, because he's not called on to do that. Shit, PJ wasn't even starting most of the year. When he started getting his opportunity, what happened? He started balling. You know what I mean? And excuse me, again, people talking super crazy. People just saying anything. Oh, let me be careful. I fuck some shit up. But yeah, let's talk about the presence of PJ for just a second. Because I think PJ is an important piece that we appreciate, but we've often overlooked. PJ does a lot of shit, and he's done a lot of shit all year the things that you don't see on the stat sheet, the intimidation factor, just, that presence, taking up space, being in the right place. Of course you're going to get fouls here and there, but being able to play smart defense without taking unnecessary fouls. And then, when being called upon and if necessary, being able to hit that corner three. With that trio of guys that I'm just kind of upset because I wish Muthaf could get him some shine this series because Muthaf's been putting in work all year. But we know it's obvious. Again, the national media doesn't know because they discredit what he does. They don't even acknowledge him. Muthaf's presence on defense it's what set this team from a mid-tier to a top-tier team because we had Ariza already. We had guys like Beverly. He was a good defender, but we were still never in that top-notch area. It's bringing in the guys like Tucker, bringing in the guys like Muthaf that allowed the Rockets to really expand. And I think that energy, when you start bringing in more guys, and when it gets to the point where you have more guys who play defense, I think that spreads throughout the culture. You don't want to be the only guy that don't play defense looking like a fucking asshole, You don't want to be the leader of this team not playing defense, and all these other guys are out here playing hard. So James, he stepped his game up. But I think P.J. Tucker's personality, his attitude, man, and also the dress code has made James have to step it up in a number of ways. James had to step up on defense and dressing, his fashionability. Oh, and Heidi, I saw that the photo you tagged me in. That's a damn dress. I don't know shit about dresses. I don't like it. Just cause Tommy made it. No, but again, you say I like PJ Tucker shirt at the end of the game. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. They was almost trying to clown, but they know that boy was fly, man. That boy was fly. I tell you, look. PJ has we were talking about that yesterday. He has a consistent fashion as opposed to Harden is a little random. CP3 just is like a person this age. So. You know what I mean? It's just it's funny. It's very interesting to see, some of these outfits. Like when they do the post game shows and they all come out together. Hold on one second. Let me take care of one thing. I have a temporary. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, these are things that have to be taken into account. These are things that you have to think about. This additional defense, these guys who have just brought this intensity to the Rockets, who have helped them to reach that top tier level. Because again, we've always been a great offense. That's never been the issue. That's never been the problem. It's about being able to be able to stop people from scoring points. So we have no problem getting buckets. That's never been a real issue. But trying to get people or to prevent people from doing the same to us when it counts. We were always able to outshoot the teams we're supposed to beat. And, we get lucky every now and then and contend with teams that we had to, that may have been a little bit tougher, and sometimes we get the upper hand. But right now, Honcho has a bucket. What y'all over here talking? I appreciate you man up already. Best shoe game in the NBA, absolutely. Most fans don't care what the Rocket team wear. We don't shop for them. Takes a brave man to take a fashion risk. Patty built like a flagpole. Built like an umbrella when he opens his arm, knows it closed. Eclectic. Let's see. PJ shopping at Fiesta. Say PNT crew got to see people removed. Yes, the fighter of the night, man. Y'all tripping. We're really good. I'm not. No, and that's the thing, man. The thing is, if you've been watching the Rockets all year, you have not seen anything from the Warriors that is just like, oh man, that's impressive. There's no way we can hang with that. There's no way we can do that. There's no way we can get down with that situation, you know. And so, my thing is just like, we just got to wait and see, and the world will have to wait and see. You know, they'll learn what we already know. You know what I mean? And the thing is that, as a matter of fact, let me get this going. They'll learn what we already know. Like I said, we've been fucking with these Rockets some of us for decades now. Some of us newer. Some of us at least, you know, since CP3 done got here, or whatever it may be. But it's simple. The Rockets will win in 6. That's all I'm worried about. Like, I ain't even worried about no crow action. You know what I'm saying? When the Rockets take one in Golden State, you might as well consider the series over with. Because once they take one in Golden State, they will not win another game. They will not lose another game at home. So that I'm not worried about. That I'm not concerned about. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this the same. Let's do a little raffle action. We'll do 3 minutes. We will. Let's too much sauce. All right, we'll get this started, booted and tooted. There we go. All right, cool. Pee before you stream. Yes, a bucket. Use a bucket. That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm trying to catch up my shit all late. I'm trying to catch up with all the shit. Scotty wasn't here earlier, but he gets to he motherfucking me was acting crazy. He wanted to go back, so I had to get him up out of here. I ain't had time for all that. Honcho went to go feed Scotty. Damn near forgot he had fed him a week. Do people ever pee in the apocalypse? I don't know. USA versus Soviet Union. Yes, exactly. You already know what the outcome of that was. Getting tired of hearing about Brad Stevens. Yeah, Brad Stevens is, again, good coach, but they have, and that's what I'm saying though. That's the media for you. They've gone and crowned Brad Stevens as the next greatest thing that has ever happened, right? I mean, he's the new truth, but again, has done nothing. But you don't apply these same standards to these other guys. Like D'Antoni and these guys get a team together, they put some pieces together. We're just gonna talk about the shit that happened in the past and those kind of things. You talk about what's happening here in the present. You know, you discredit it. You don't give them credit for the shit that they did. But you talk about these guys who, in a weaker conference, have stumbled into a good position. They beat a team that they weren't supposed to. They beat a decent team. Philadelphia's all right. They're not great. Like, everybody wants to make them like people feel like they're. Like, here's the thing. Like, being in the East, it's a deceptive situation because you can make the playoffs and be an ass team, and you think you're really contending for something. That's why I feel like they need to go ahead and swap it up, and go ahead and go with the top 16 format. You go ahead and get the top 16 best teams. All right. And let them play it out. Because right now what you're getting is like this right here should be for the NBA Finals. This is what this matchup should be. You're talking about two teams historically great, two of the best teams that have in history, especially for these two teams to be arriving in the NBA at the same time, to be doing what they're doing. I mean, shit. Why would you want to see this happen before the very last series of a season? It doesn't make sense. So, again, they have to find some type of structure. They have to find some type of situation to where they're getting the best game play on the court. And I don't feel like very many teams in the Eastern Conference are going to bring that to you. So I can definitely agree with you on that, on the old Brad Stevens thing. Always get the workhorses, Chuck Hayes, Thor Betty, Escola. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Chuck wagon to the tuck wagon. Mark my words, and I didn't see it. What was it? You say to disagree with you, Honcho, it would take a while. Let's see. I heard Brooks, you don't defend him, you attack him. You take their game and throw it back at him. Unless you do, this team has a chance to bring him down. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear. Everyone isn't giving us a chance. Everyone's afraid of boys. We won't be. Nobody's ever worked hard to skate with, so if we're going to work hard enough. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Look, likes are free to let them know, Miss Voodoo. That's what I'm talking about. So I'll tell y'all later this weekend. Already, thank you for following through, Miss Unique. Always good to see you. But Phoenix won the Gram. Not won the Gram. I'm talking about some other shit. Phoenix won the sauce raffle. So my deal is this. And you say, Johnny said it would take a while. What was that? I lost track of what I was talking about on that one. The Rockets and Fibro, I called it. And I said, I mean, here's the deal, man. The Rockets, that might have been the thing. Like, what if the Rockets turn the table? What if the Rockets say, hey, you know what? We know exactly what we need to do, and let's go do it. And what if the Rockets run them out the rest of it? Then what do the people have to say? What do people have to say if this series goes 5 games in the Rockets' favor? What do all those experts say? You still keep listening to them? You still keep hearing these opinions of these assholes who keep saying this other shit? I don't know. We're speculating. We're guessing because it has to happen for it to be a thing. But anything is possible in this series. Your boy Anthony, what's the motherfucking deal, man? The guy with the hammer wins another raffle. Took way out back-to-back 20 games. I mean, the thing is, they discount Ariza. They act like Ariza wasn't a good player. Like he hasn't been doing this consistently for a decade and some change. They're acting like, they just act like this is just something brand new. Like we just have a bunch of ragtag guys that never played basketball. Like this is the first year these guys ever seen. Well, Ariza has a final. Ariza has a ring, if I'm not mistaken. So, he should know where to get that. I forgot about that. I forgot he should have one. I think with the Lakers. I want to say, was it with the Lakers he got one? I think it was with the Lakers he got one. But again, just off the wall shit, man, and it's crazy. And so he knows what it takes to get there. James knows what it's going to take to get past the Warriors. CP3 has the heart and the passion to get past the Warriors. Capella's balling just like no other, even though he's not even being utilized. And I think that's something that they're kind of saving, that they're kind of finessing, because what's going to happen is, the Warriors are going to try to adapt to the way that they played them the other day. Then what happens after that? The Rockets go back to the pick and roll, the high pick and roll. They're going to try to adjust, and then they're not going to have anything for Capella because they're going to try to go small. They're going to try to do these matchups. They're going to try to come up with something. But whatever it is, it's going to end up not working because, like I said, I told y'all Curry will be a liability this series. Capella hasn't been the factor we want to be because we've been running that small ball type situation, but it's working, so that doesn't even matter. I really don't see the Rockets losing this, man. Like, I know all the odds and the speculations and things like that are against us, but I just don't see it happening. In my heart of hearts, I don't feel it. I feel like, you say, Ariza won Kobe the 4th ring. And so my thing is, I just don't see it happen. Like I said, people are counting us out. Cool, we've been counted out before. That's not an issue, man. This won't be the first time. Won't be the last. We've been dismissed before a lot of times. And we've been disciplined. Like I say, we ain't always fought back. We ain't always won like we supposed to, but we never really had the tools. I think we have the right mentality. I think we have the right set of tools. I think we have the right coaching. I feel like everything is coming together this year.
or has been. I mean, all this time has been coming together for this point in time. I mean, we've been waiting for this series all year. We said we were going to come here. People tried to say, oh, when we lost one to the Jazz, that it was panic time, or are they going to make it? Like this is the disrespect that we get. You know, we lose a game, people say we're out of it. I mean, the number one team in the league, number one overall. LeBron down 2-something. They ain't counting him out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it, man. It's disrespectful. It's delusional. I'm tired of hearing about the desperation because I feel but the World Championships is our destination. And so, and then whoever we playing coming out the East, I'm not even worried about it. I know people who are wanting LeBron are going to be upset because if we go to the finals, there will be no LeBron, and that's A-OK with me. They need to keep Capella out of feeling out of foul trouble. And then getting ahead of KD. Yeah, they need to. Hey, you said I hate LeBron. I said I don't give a fuck. The naysayer voice is gold. The naysayer voice is golden. We got a little text on the sauce line. My bad. I didn't even have sauce line set up and stuff tonight. I was thinking about some other stuff beforehand. What you got? It says, it's Tanner. I think the Warriors are very scared of us because we know how to beat them at Oracle. We need to tighten the paint and let KD do his thing. Dissect Steph Curry because he can't play defense on Chris Paul. Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. You know, they hit this. They try to hit motherfuckers with, well, this lineup can play offense and defense. Steph Curry does not play fucking defense, dog. That just does not happen. He used to like Sprite to LeBron. That's funny. It does not happen, you know. So, again, when their golden child has become their biggest liability, you know, that team has a problem. When one of your former MVPs becomes your least valuable player, you then have a problem. So you a 7-Up man. I ain't had some 7-Up in a long time. Oh, now that you mention it, the crisp lemon lime taste. But fuck them, they don't pay me. Yeah, exactly. Minnesota's a 3 seed. I don't care what nobody says. Minnesota was a fucking 3 seed before Jimmy Butler got hurt. He came back. They became a 3 seed again. That's the quality of team that was. Utah, talented team. You're talking about rookie of the year, in my opinion, defensive player of the year, in many people's opinion. Went there and washed they motherfucking asses. But again, the disrespect. Oh, but then it was an easy road. But then you're talking about San Antonio with who? Like LaMarcus? That's like the only person they had. Because didn't Parker somebody get hurt? Who got hurt? Who else got hurt? Because I know Kawhi was out. Somebody else got hurt against San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken. Then they played the Pelicans with just AD. And the Pelicans just played out of their minds because, you know, shit, who did they play in the first round that they weren't supposed to beat? Because Rondo and them stepped it up. I fucking forgot. But Portland. Yeah, beat the brakes off of Portland. But then again, Portland just might have been the frauds that we thought they were. You know what I'm saying? Then again, I say you see the shit with the team that everybody said was gonna turn it on in the fucking playoffs, but you see none of the commentators, nobody's talking about anything like that. Nobody wants to talk about how the Jazz worked over OKC. Okay? Because all those same talking heads who are swearing up and down that Golden State's going to beat the brakes off of Houston, those same talking heads are the same ones that told you that it didn't matter. All OKC had to do was get into the playoffs, and they would make it to the Western Conference Finals because they're veterans. They have experience. They know how to do this. But yet, you see what happened. Those are your experts. Those are your talking heads. That's why I don't give a fuck about none of the people. That's why I say, man, I'll never call myself an expert. I'm a fan talking to the fans. These are my opinions. And you know what I'm saying? Fantasy, the best drink Hitler invented. Man, I got a sauce versus the media. Yes, we gonna drip flavor. They gonna drip emotions. But yeah, man, like I say, it's just I mean, yeah, this is Homer shit. This is definitely a Homer channel, but just what this time the Homer happens to be right. Because the Rockets are the best team in the league. They proved it with everything they did, but yet somehow these talking heads, these people, they try to undermine it. It's like when it's always like one guy trying to tell people that this disaster is coming and everybody's laughing and clowning and all that other shit. But then when the disaster comes, everybody else gets wiped out. But that one guy, he's standing on top of the hill, he's high and dry and tried to warn folks, and only the little couple of people that listened to him, they were there. Well, that's going to be us. Because really, here's what happens. Once the Rockets beat Golden State, anybody who has an opinion on the finals is irrelevant. You like have my permission to tell them, man, shut the fuck up, because you said the Rockets wouldn't even be there. So you're stupid. You don't know shit. You don't know shit about basketball because you said the Rockets wouldn't be there. And you don't get to talk about the finals because you said Golden State would be there, and we saw what happened with that. Like, if anybody you know that said Golden State was going to beat the Rockets, once the Rockets get to the finals, tell them to shut the fuck up, okay? Just tell them to, a Christian, it's a knife. Yeah, that's they asked if it was across. Like, it's a knife. That's fucking funny. You know what I'm saying? Say squirt? They still make squirt? Word? Yeah, this is my sports media outlet. Fuck Disney, exactly. Disney got an agenda too, exactly. Disney want to pump up. That's what you got to look at too. When you look at things like this, you got to start like looking up the ladder. Like, okay, who owns this? Who's agendas? Who's what? Where's Disney making their money? Oh, okay, so we're gonna pump up teams from these locations because we want more of this shaking. Well, where's this happening? Where's that? Like, I mean, there's always little nuances and things. Like I said, I don't know all the fucking details, but you just got to really start following the money trail, dog. You'll start seeing why shit looks like that. Curry looks like a side Disney character. He's like he wouldn't be a main character. He'd be like the little weird character that comes in for like comic relief and shit like that. That's who he would be. He said, you know what, these so-called analysts are protecting the Warriors because they have nothing to say to the sports world because they're afraid that the Rockets are good, and if we take games 3 and 4, we should win those. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, here's the thing. We go in there and take game 3, the series is over with. If we go into Oracle and take game 3, the series is over. It's done. It's done. But what they're going to say, they won't use the term desperate with the Warriors. If we go in there in the Oracle and take game 3, which means we've taken back home court advantage, we did the same thing to them in their house that they did to us, is get a win in a tough environment, and a Rockets environment is not as tough because the fans barely show up. And we go get a tough win in their environment or whatever, and then what? Then the media will just say, oh, well, again, the Warriors 2 games in a row just haven't been looking like themselves, man. They'll figure it back out, Maybe I'll have ready to put it back to you. Wow. Interesting. Curry knee is done with all the Jordan comparisons. That's what I'm saying, man. You think home court means nothing? I mean, I look at it like this. If I feel like, would you rather, if the series comes down to it, if you're the Rockets, would you rather be playing in Golden State or would you rather be playing in Houston? I mean, just when it comes to, I think it's a psychological thing. It's a psychological thing. It may not really have a real statistical, did we say 2-point difference, 2-point advantage? I'll take 2 points because 2 points in a close game are absolutely important. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But exactly, our small lineup can run with their happy. And I've been saying that. If Muthaf wasn't looking as shitty as he was, man, you could almost slip Muthaf for Tucker and still get the same type of production. Muthaf's just been playing like ass, man, and it's just because he's hurt. We know what he's brought to the table, and I'd rather him rest, try to be a force for the next series, and try not to injure that shoulder any further. But it is what it is. Yeah. You play at home, you get some local ass. You ain't got to be over on the road, fucking with dirty strippers and shit, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. So, yes, absolutely. I absolutely agree with you on that, Lobo. The more I look into it, the more I absolutely believe you. Can a death lineup be laid to rest, or was it already dead? Could it be resurrected and put down again? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, because the dirty strippers was out here. There's some dirty strippers in here. There's some very dirty strippers in Houston. There's a couple of clay ones, but there's a bunch of very dirty strippers out there. What? You think Handy don't know how to party? Man, I'm telling you, the people who party the best are like fucking Wall Street and fucking doctor types and all that shit. People who work hard party extremely hard. Like, motherfuckers, you think you little hood ass house parties, that shit ain't shit. Think the fucking clubs of the party, that shit ain't shit. It's the motherfuckers who bust they motherfucking ass and make a whole bunch of unnecessary money. Hey, I like that name, the NASA 5. I was calling the 5th Ward 5, but I fuck with that. Houston has the best dirty strippers. Yes. Oh man, that's awful, Heidi. Leave skid marks on your pads. That's embarrassing. They passed the ball out. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They moved at a brisker pace. They played a better game. And like I say, they passed early and often. They shot early in the shot clock. They were just aggressive. They played better defense. I mean, just all in all, they were just a much better looking team. You know, it looked like two different teams that had stepped on the court. So, again, to me, it had nothing to do with what the Warriors were doing. To me, it was all the Rockets' decisions on what they wanted. A-trippers, what? A-trippers and day trippers. Oh, man. But here's the deal, man. We're gonna call it a wrap here, but we will be in the Kush Den. Time is it? Let's say about, it should be a notification, but expect 9 o'clock to 9:30. And we're going to talk about the tragic events that took place today near a lot of you. Some of you guys, I know everybody's not from Houston or not in the Houston area right now or everything else with that. But we're going to discuss some things that took place. And like I said, I would encourage everybody, if you're not in the Kush Den, to go and subscribe to the Kush Den now. You can really just go to KushDen.com, because I changed up SoftSports.com and KushDen.com right now just to redirect to the live stream. So that way it's easier for people, and you don't have to do a whole bunch of text and a bunch of other typing and other shit. It's just KushDen.com. It'll take you immediately to the live stream. SoftSports.com. It'll take you immediately to the live stream. So it'll make it easier on you guys. But make sure you subscribe to that, because I really want to have a good conversation. I want you guys to be there to participate. I want to know how you feel. We're going to discuss a bunch of stuff. I just want to know all sides. I want to know, different opinions. Times like this is when it's time to have the discussion and not be, like I say, the reason I like the Kush Den is because the discussions are never ignorant. People always have varying opinions, but we never get really disrespectful, and that's the way I like it. The Saturn V lineup, that's funny. Ben Shapiro, Tim Scott, Rubio, Cruz, Oliver North, Mattis Kelly, Gutfield, Herb McCain, Thomas Sowell. Yes, sir. Shout out to that boy Sowell, not the pile. Heidi's breaking dirty storage stripper skid. Mark may leave you on skid. Oh man, that's crazy. Let's see. V is in 5. Yes. No, I didn't even look at it like that. Yes. I didn't put out, so he went crazy. Oh, that's awful. Wow, the kid who did that, that's wild too. But so we don't want to talk about that. That'll be the topic of discussion when we get into the den tonight. So you guys have a heads up on that. But again, man, you guys are the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. I don't care what the other streamers say about you. I think you guys are cool. But with that being said, man, Sauce Nation, it's fucking Friday, man. Hey, let's get some fuckums in there, man. We ain't had no fuck nobody today. It's Friday. I know y'all guys at least a couple of fuck Golden States in y'all, something like that. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, let's get 1 or 2 of those out before we fucking shut it down. Like, I done completely forgot, man. Like, it's the last few fucking Fridays been too nice and shit. Yeah. There we go. Fuck the Warriors. Fuck the media. Fuck Stephen A. Smith, man. Exactly. You're absolutely right about that, Lobo. I love that I saw the Rockets, the Astros wearing the Rockets gear. But the only thing, it seems like every time the nights that the Astros lose, the Rockets lose too, or vice versa. So, damn. He said, fuck Ramona Shelburne, the meatball. God damn. Fuck these shooters. Fuck the Jags. Yes, like the stream. Fuck the Warriors. Fuck Stephen A. Smith. Okay. Yeah, fuck the traffic, man. Traffic is the worst. Fuck the Titans. Oh, yes. Fuck the Scooter from the Santa Fe school shooting. Yes. School about to be over. So, yeah, that's what I noticed. That's what I noticed from like spring break and shit. When school is over, I think, it gets a better crowd in here. So that should be cool, hopefully. Hopefully we can get this shit booming. Get the when is school like out for most people? I have no idea. Like next week? Damn. Y'all, oh shit, you know what? Fuck. Yeah, I gotta get on my grind. That fucking State of Decay 2 is out. Or the pre-order, you can get the fuck. Damn, I forgot about that. That's today. The fucking man, there's a bunch of shit going on. So yeah, anyway, I'll be I'll be in the Kush Den, man. Yeah, fucking State of Decay too. I gotta get on that. A school out for you already? Okay. Yeah, that's first and foremost. Safety first, then teamwork. Fuck Bob, fuck work, fuck Fox, fuck golf, fuck ESPN. Fuck bitches at least once a week. Already. Oh, the dudes in Greece. Fuck anybody not subscribed to the source. Oh, there go Roscoe. What's the motherfucking deal, Roscoe? You right. No further than 6. Absolutely. Rockets and 6, baby. What's the motherfucking deal? But like I said, we're gonna slide up out of here. Kush Den. Let's say 9:30 for the Kush Den. And the Kush Den, I'm working on it. I know y'all want that flip coin. I almost got some flip coin action working for y'all. Almost. The only problem with the flip coin right now is it flips both sides. So like if you flip a heads, it's a positive. You flip a tails, it's a negative. But what'll happen is if you flip, you'll get a tails. I mean, you get heads first, and you get so much, and you get a tails, and it takes away. So it's like it doesn't. It's not quite even. But I'm working on that. I got a couple of other tricks for y'all in the Kush Den, so we're gonna make that more interesting. Y'all know we be fighting on the bot and all that. So we got a couple other things going on. Craig Thorne Sally. What's the motherfucking deal? That's a new name. That's the first time I've seen that one. Shout out to Craig Thorne Sally. Fuck the Warriors, absolutely. I'm my own protection, yeah. Brian McCoolum, that's a working man. My boy Brian be putting in work, man, you know. He was out there fucking with Optimus Prime. You know what I'm saying? They was up there saucing up the slabs. Yeah, you can't prepare for everything. You can't prepare for a determined mind is a difficult thing to defeat, because if a person wants something bad enough, and especially if you have no intention on how bad you have no idea how bad they want it. If they want something bad enough, they will get to it. But again, we'll talk about all this stuff in the Kush Den 9:30. We're gonna talk about the Santa Fe school shooting. Everybody, man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I'm gonna chunk up the deuce. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side, man. And y'all be safe, man. Y'all take care of yourselves. And if you ain't told your loved ones that you love them, man, just take some time right now just to do so, because you never fucking know. You know, you don't know who left to school that day mad at their parents or whatever kind of dumb shit was going on, and may never have that chance. So, man, take the time out anytime you can. If you got friends, you got family, if you truly care for them, just take a few moments to say you love them. Men, don't be no bitches. It's okay. You can tell your partners that you love them. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If they motherfuckers that you truly cut for and care for, it's okay to say it. You ain't gotta say it every fucking day like a lady, but just let them know, man, because you never know. You never know, man. It can happen anytime. Sauce Nation, I love y'all. Exactly. Voodoo Child, man. Hey, don't get shot. Yeah, that's why you be careful. Just be careful. You know, you can't prevent everything, but keep your head on the swivel, man. And again, Sauce Nation, I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Catch me in the Kush Den. Make sure you subscribe, kushden.com. That's all you got to do to take you right there. With that being said, I'm out. Y'all stay saucy.